Welcome to the mystical, magical mansion where the holidays are in full swing. There are so many Christmas trees and happy little places here in the house, and someone has been incredibly busy decorating, and it's not me. It happens to be the Christmas elf that I live with. And you have got to see all of the things that he's done. It's kind of incredible. So Patsy and I are going to give you a little tour. One of my favorite places to look up at, especially this time in the evening when the lights have just turned on, is the banister and the stairway. All of it goes up 3 floors, and it takes lots and lots and lots of garland and patience and lights, but it looks so beautiful with the lights turned on. It's actually 72 feet of garland that Ryan wrapped all the way up and around all the banisters, all the way up. But look at that. Isn't that just so beautiful? I love it. This view is absolutely amazing. So it's looking very cozy out here in the entryway, and new this year we have the addition of these sort of holly berry little garlands around each side of the door, which I think add just such a special touch. And then as we come in here, we've got lights on the mantle and a new tree here in the corner, which is pretty fantastic. I think we're up to 1 million twinkle lights in our house, which everyone should have that. Oh, and the dog has something to say about this. She's busy attacking the chair. And then we have the Christmas village, which is up officially, and I'll show you the process of how this comes to be such a beautiful little part of the house. Okay, we have a major undertaking going on. What's going on today? Explain.
I am hooking up the last of the village. I don't say the villages because I don't like that. So this is the big part of the village. Like, there's other little villages around, but this is the big one. So I've been putting it off.
So we're setting up all the infrastructure for the city, which takes how long? Just for like that section, about how long?
What section?
The section that you're working on.
This whole part?
Yeah.
Well, once I've got it laid out, it won't take long to hook up, because the advantage is, so last year I had everything hooked up to these little Radio Shack, because I got these from a patient of mine. These are just little remotes that you could turn them on, turn them off. This year, I have converted the entire house, everything over to timers.
Huh.
So I don't have to click and click and click and click. So everything in the house now is on a timer. You could get, Amazon had a deal on these 2 for like $6, so I ordered a dozen. So I'm gonna put this on there. The tricky thing is, in an old house though, is you've got to figure out if your plugs are gonna work and which way everything's gotta go. So I already checked it out, so I know how to run extra things. But the advantage is this little thing right here. So previously, before they made these little, it's basically just like a multi-unit you can plug lights into. So instead of having to have a lot of different cords and doing the old school where you plug your typical light in, which would come with one of these, which is just a switch, which I do have some others over here, but people have seen what these look like, where it has your typical, you have to plug it in and then it's got a switch that you have to turn it on. This takes that all away. Yeah.
So did those lights come with it? And you had to order new ones, or where did this all come from?
This all came from Ray.
Okay. So
This is all Ray's stuff.
Okay, so tell people who weren't with us last year.
So Ray is a patient of mine. He and his wife Mart, they're downsizing, and this was their village, and they knew we had this big, wonderful old house, and they thought this would go great in our house. So, so we put it up this year, well, last year, and then this year, and yes, it has expanded a little bit because I had to add some things to it. So this year, new, we've got the Snowy Hills Hospital.
Oh, so now we have the hospital.
We had no care for our village, and
okay, they have medical care now.
as a primary care physician, I could not handle that. So we've got a hospital.
Okay.
And then this is actually the doctor's house.
Aw, cute.
There's a little sign that says
Cute.
doctor, and so you hang that off the side of the house. So
Nice. So it's like starting to take shape pretty fast now that you got all your lights figured out.
Yeah, once you get all that, then it's just making sure you can fluff all the snow down.
We've had a heavy snow here in Wintertown.
School is off.
School is off today, yes, of course.
But the Rose and Crown is open.
The Rose and Crown is the little bar.
It's like, so there's a place in Omaha called the Rose and Crown on 20th Street, and we drove by it, so we need to go check it out.
Yeah, definitely. We have our own little...
All right, so the timer is set. All the lights are working. Everything is plugged in. Let's double check.
Is the Orangerie working? Chandelier in there. That thing is so cool.
And those ones will heat up over time, so everything should be working.
Okay. So as the official decorator and Christmas spirit at the Mystical Magical Mansion, how would you rate your
10. Can I go higher than 10?
your additions this year?
11.
You went to an 11
And
this year,
honest,
yes.
at 11.
Yes.
6 trees, not including the small one that some people might consider a Christmas tree. But yes, 6
Yes, you added quite a lot this year.
full-size trees. Because
Yes.
you would get one in one area, and then you're like, well, there needs to be one over here, and then, well, this area should have one. And
Yeah.
it just kind of went from there. Plus, I found really good trees. I mean, those corner trees that are skinny, usually when you get them, they're kind of sparse. These aren't, which you can attest to when you look
Yeah,
at
they
them.
look really
They're
nice.
full, thick, and they've got like other stuff on it, so they look
Yeah.
really nice.
So why do you love decorating and creating all of these little vignettes throughout the house?
I think it just reminds me of childhood when Christmas time would come around, you'd go to the mall, or you'd go in Lincoln, Nebraska, you'd go to a place called Campbell's, which was the big place that had all the fancy trees, and it was really decorated up to the nines. And then I'd come home at some point, and my mom would have decorated the house, and it's like you went to school and you came home, and all of a sudden it was Christmas.
So you like doing that here?
Yeah,
Well,
and this house needs it. I mean,
Yeah.
honestly, if you didn't decorate this house, it would just feel like, I don't know, like you're missing out on something.
Yeah.
This house, when you decorate it, screams like it needs to be like this all the time.
It
But
really
she
does.
won't let me be like this all the time.
Well, I mean, it is quite a lot, but it is fun. It's definitely,
Well, last year I did leave the garland till March going
Yeah.
up the stairs, but I did take at least the poinsettias off there so it didn't look like Christmassy.
yeah. So the little Christmas village here with the, how would you describe this one? The mountain scene?
Mountain scene with the
gondolas.
We have a ski slope, it just doesn't work.
Oh, so we have actual skiers in a mountain. We also probably don't have room for that, do we? And then the little family standing around the
You'd have to
fire.
put it there.
Yeah.
That's about the only other
So
spot.
cute. I love this. Looks better. All right, so after a number of hours of hard work today, your village is up and going and the lights are on.
Yep.
Do you want to give us a little tour, a little talk of your town?
Well, for those of you that want to see the big tour, we did one last year. So there's
Mm-hmm.
a big thing. The only thing that's really different this year is the addition of the hospital, the doctor's house. And then I did this one last year because my wife would love to have an orangerie.
Yes, we're inspired by the folks on Escape to the Château, the Strawbridges. And so we have the orangerie with the people dancing in it. Music's just not on. So we have the hospital, so you added the hospital.
And I added the Christmas tree, which does play music if I turn it up.
You really are just Mr. Christmas. So this whole little town is all, we're dedicating it to Ray and Mart, and to Mart who passed this year, which is such a sweet, kind gift that they gave us. And obviously we love it. We're embracing it completely. So we've got, what is this right in front of me? What is that?
That is the rail station.
Okay, rail
So a
station.
little ticket thing and then the rail.
The train.
Yep.
And then we have the church. We have the Victorian.
Actually, that's
home.
the school. That's Berrywood School.
Oh, that's Berrywood School.
Yes.
Sorry, I can't see that far away.
I'm trying to think if we have a church in this area.
There's the town hall, the village square. Got people here by the fountain.
And we got the bar.
Yep, and the bar, and the people playing cards. It is just crazy how much detail is in this thing.
Yeah.
And then when we come over here, we come over to this side. Let's see if I can get an angle that's not got glare on it. Well, there's the church. Okay, we have the church, the houses. Oh, there's a nun out front. Kids in the choir. Is she gonna throw a snowball?
She's got a snowball in her
That's
hand.
funny.
Yeah.
Look at this little Santa and the reindeer. These houses have just got so much detail. It's so amazing. Do a little pan across here with the light on. We've got a fire station and a gas station. Sanitary restrooms. Glad to hear it.
Well, it's right by the hospital. You gotta have sanitary stuff, or else Dr. Solberg is gonna have words.
There you go. Right by the hospital. You've done well, babe. You put together quite the community.
I'm just keeping somebody's community alive. That's what I'm doing.
Hats off to you and your creativity in your little town. Good job.
Merry Christmas.
Unfortunately, video doesn't do a ton of justice to all of the work that Ryan has done to the outside of the house, but he has been very, very meticulous in his placement of all of the lights and his wreaths and his deer. It looks so pretty lit up at night. Just love having all of these beautiful lights, the mystical, magical mansion. Got a little light on the side of the house to make it look like flurries of snow. Even though we don't have any snow right now, it looks like a beautiful little snowfall. So I hope that this week you will do something special for yourself. If you're celebrating the holidays, whatever that is for you, get out your good dishes, get out your holiday baking things, spend some time with some friends.
Or your puppy.
Or your puppy. Put up some twinkle lights because you know what? More is more. That is our belief here.
Not enough.
You can never have too many. How many trees are too many also? None. More is more.
So far,
Yeah.
we're at 6. Next year, maybe 8. I don't know.
Yeah, and
I don't
that's,
know.
yeah, and I think it's good. Thank you so much to Ray and Mart. We're sending out a big hug to them and their family. It just touches our heart to be able to see the villages up and
Still going.
yeah, and still going. Like we're still growing, we're still adding to the collection, and I know that was very, very special to them.
Next will be Christmas cookies, and that's her gig.
Yes, so next
Christmas
week,
baking.
Christmas baking. So happy holidays from our house to yours. There's still lots to come, and from the cutest little puppy in the whole wide world,
Patsy Cline.
Patsy Cline. She's been quite the welcome addition. So take good care of yourself. Do good things for yourself because you know what? We're not guaranteed a tomorrow and you deserve the good stuff today. So best wishes from the mystical, magical mansion.